Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Publicly Buzzed Feral Friday. Brought back out the classic Coors hat for tonight, and I'm joined by none other than my brother. Boom. What's up, dude?
Well, hello.
What are you doing, man?
Hanging out, chilling, having a brewski. Second brewski.
I'm having my first mixed drink of the evening.
Trying to get some relaxed time going. Have some fun here on Feral Friday.
Yeah, you got to loosen up a little bit with the social lubrication, if you will.
Yeah.
Before we get started, about 45 minutes ago, the chat absolutely went fucking ballistic when the portal opened up.
I missed it, did it?
Holy shit. First of all, so many.
Welcome to the party, pal.
So many brewski, so many. Holy shit. Deja Vu came through, gifting a membership to Miss Leah straight out the gate. I'm just going to go down through here. And then Leanne came through with a 99-cent super sticker. Let me just get you real quick, Leanne. Started right, baby. Started right. Feral Friday. I'm a bad man. Just going to scroll down a little bit more. Then Christine C., Miss Wildside came through and gifted a membership to I Gotta Know. Hold on, wrong.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This is insanity. And then Miss Wildside gifted another membership to R3M3.
Welcome to the party.
Beers better be just lining up right now.
Throwing them out there.
Yeah, baby. And then CR came through and had her membership, her 4-month membership anniversary. And she came through and said, good to see everyone. So just for the anniversary, throw the beers up. Crack a few open. Allie then came through.
I don't drink every time these come through, or else I would be getting
You would be
right
completely smashed. Then Allie came through and gifted another membership to Patrick Larry. Boom! I mean, it didn't stop.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Wow.
It was getting it. I don't even know if I'm done. I'm scrolling down.
I did see a couple when I got in here.
Everybody was just going
Yeah,
crazy.
Patrick Larry was the last one.
God, the chat is full of beers. You guys are absolutely insane. Yes, I think I caught up. Holy shit, guys. You guys are absolutely unbelievably amazing.
Shannon had to come through with one.
Oh my God, Shannon is coming through. Phil and Farrell with the 2-month anniversary being the Buzz to Confused member. Holy shit.
That's what it was. I thought she gifted, but yeah.
Getting it. And everybody's going to get a little bit of Leahy to start it out.
I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm drunk enough to really enjoy doing it.
Wow, what the fuck?
Dope.
Welcome to the show, everyone. That's how you start a motherfucking live stream.
That's right.
If I've ever seen one, I'll tell you that shit right now.
The YouTube portal is awesome. Like, man,
Dude,
that's
the
a
portal,
cool little feature they got there.
I'm telling you like it is, baby.
It's fucking amazing. Jay, thank you, brother. Appreciate that again. He had a killer show tonight, man. He was on fire, dude. Jay was on tonight. Yeah, you were in there.
Yep.
Good ass show. Him and Shannon
I'm throwing up
rocking and rolling, baby.
I'm throwing up the picture of us as kids in the chat, just in case they forgot what their baby boys look like.
Nice, yes. J Buzzed Nation portal. It's not like any other portal that you're going to find out here on the interwebs. JD, Holly Berry, Pookie, again, Shannon, Jay, everyone coming through, seriously. Tiffany, just kind of scrolling through here real quick. Crazy Grandma, everybody, thank you all so much for coming through again on another Feral Friday. Tall Boy coming through, what's going on?
Oh, shit.
Had dinner with that guy tonight, actually.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Nice. I haven't seen him in a while.
I went down to the old T-Town.
Hell yeah.
The old stomping grounds. Yeah, thank you all, Don. Holy shit. Tonight we are going to be getting a little bit deep, a little bit of a trippy conversation. Reincarnation. And this one was on Dan's radar.
Yep.
Which I'm a huge fan of stuff like this in general, but yeah, Dan was mentioned it last night, and I didn't even put up a fucking poll. I said, let's do it. We're doing reincarnation. So yeah, today I spent a little bit of time looking at some stories. Dan sent me some stories. We're gonna be diving into some stuff here. Just out the gate though, Dan. I mean, what? I know that you've been watching the Y Files, but was there something else besides that really got you down the? Did you go down the rabbit hole further after that?
No, it's just always been an interesting topic to me. Every time I see one of these stories with these kids that remember past lives, it's like so intriguing, man. And sometimes they're super convincing, and they're like they really make you believe. Like it's insane.
Yeah, the ones
It's always kids. It's almost always kids, like really young kids. Like that's what kind of drives me to believe it, because yeah, they have crazy wild imaginations, but like coming up with like some of the things they come up with and the details they're able to
the details that
talk
line
about.
up way too freaking well, right? I mean, perfectly.
Weird.
They literally can tell things that 100% are verifiable in past lives. That is what's trippy as shit. Oh shit, Shannon gonna come through with a $4.99, all hopped up on tequila and reincarnation. Now that right
Love
there is a
it.
t-shirt.
Love it.
I'm a bad man. Oh man, yes. Right here, Tallboy coming through. I swear, man, the light at the end of the tunnel is the light at the start of a new one.
Could be.
That's another t-shirt, yes.
Yeah,
That's what he was talking
absolutely
about
could
tonight,
be.
because I told him to come through. I was like, dude, you're going to enjoy tonight. Again, this is a true crime channel. This is a little bit of an everything channel, but tonight, yeah, we're going to be going down a little bit of an interesting road, which we've done this. Again, this Feral Friday is the show for content exactly like this. Aspiring court reporter, I sent you the stuff on Twitter. Yeah, she was on Twitter talking about a... let me see if I can pull it up, actually. Yeah, because I made a post. I said, has anyone, I should have said has, but I said, have anyone, have you, no, oh, I did it right. Have you or anyone you know ever shared an intriguing story about a past life that caught your attention? And yeah, Sarah came through and said, yes, my sister and nephew have both had pretty unexplainable experiences. I'll pull it right over here, though. We can take a look.
Yeah, let's read it together.
Take a look at it together, folks. Boom. The short story is that when my nephew was like 3, he used to talk about the things I used to do when I was big. That's how it starts, right? That's sort of how it goes. And it's always children. Well, not always, I guess, but it's primarily children in these stories.
That's almost exactly like what one of the kids that we we researched today said. Talking about when he was big.
Yeah, what he used to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that is what's interesting to say, though, because you've also got to think about it from like the child's perspective, how they would be thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because it's interesting. And they were things, again, when I used to be big, and they were things he wouldn't really know about as a 3-year-old. And going down further, my sister had a recurring dream her whole adolescence about being a nun and being shot in the chest on a battlefield. And as an adult, she went to Gettysburg and learned about this faction of nuns who worked as nurses for the wounded during the war, and that some of them were killed. Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow, stuff exactly like that is what we're going to be discussing here tonight.
That's what's interesting. What's interesting to me about it, too, is like we could all be reincarnations of past people.
I mean, yeah,
but just
man.
On these rare occasions, they just the memories break through. They just and they trickle through. It's not like you are the same person that you were, right? You don't just have all the same memories, but sometimes they can trickle through, it seems like.
Yeah, and it seems like some people have it more vivid than others, earlier than others. This case right here, actually, we'll start with this one. This is the one I read earlier that kind of got me, I messaged Dan earlier and I said, get me some stuff that you want to look at. And I started going down the kind of the rabbit hole as well. And this one right here, this one was from Turkey, from 1958. Probably going to butcher these names, but Salim Fizli, a 47-year-old Turk, had been working in his field bordering his neighbor's vineyard. His neighbor was called Isa Durbik.
This is the worst article for you.
Dude, before I do get down,
we're not making it.
Mandy sent me something earlier. Her and Stevie started digging out all kinds of. I guess the times that I'm terrible at saying these names.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit earlier,
dude.
I can't wait for that compilation.
Oh my god, it was cracking me the fuck up.
Dude, them going through videos just to find that stuff is insane.
That is
you
insane.
guys are incredible.
That is fucking insane. Okay, I got this. Isa. In the early evening, Salim frequently rode home to his village, Hatton Koi, on his donkey. Imagine the fright his family felt when the donkey arrived home without his master on the back, okay? So what the fuck happened to this guy? They hurried to where he had been working and found Salim on the ground. He was in pain and his face was covered in blood from shotgun wounds. He was still breathing and able to react to them, but he could not speak. Okay, they tried to get him to say who had shot him, but he couldn't utter no name. He seemed to indicate that it was someone from the village. The police only arrived at the scene of the crime hours later, and then finally a taxi took him to the hospital of the neighboring village, Ishkendrum. Again, I'm sorry.
Pretty close.
Huh?
I think that's pretty close.
Pretty close. In southeast Turkey, he died 6 days later. Okay. So he was unable to give the name of his murderer. The police arrested 2 suspects, one of which was his neighbor, Isa. He admitted to having accidentally shot his friend while out hunting with his shotgun. There had been something moving in the grass, thought it was a rabbit, and he pulled the trigger. He heard screams. He had hurried over to see what had happened. Salim was laying on the ground, probably taking a nap, when Isa shot him in the ear. There was blood flowing from his ear and other areas of his face. Isa had panicked and left the scene of the crime. So, and I'm just to break it down just a little bit, everybody starts to buy this story. Salim's family, his wife, his kids, everybody but Salim's father doesn't buy this story. Okay. This guy only did end up doing 2 years in prison because, they thought this was an accident. Again, the victim's son, seemed to believe it. It was an unfortunate accident. Autopsy report, which was later handed to the physician Dr. Stevenson for inspection by his colleagues, stated that 6 holes were found in the area of the right side of the face and right ear, and blood had seeped from his ear. After opening the skull, they determined the shotgun pellets had entered his brain. 2 kilometers from Hatagankoy in the village of Sarkonak. It was there in 1958 that Mrs. Carnival Tutusmus was in her late pregnancy, awaiting the birth of her second child.
Karen Tutu, that's what I'd call her.
2 days before the birth of her son, whose name was to be Simi, she had a dream. In this dream, she saw a man whose face was covered in blood enter her room. Okay, she asked him why he had come and told him to leave since her husband wasn't there. Okay, he told her that his name was Salim Feasley, the original guy that had been shot, and that he had been shot in the ear. When Miss TT awoke, she remembered that half a year ago, a man, Tutu,
you didn't even get the short part right.
Tutu awoke. She remembered that half a year ago, a man. I even shortened further. Half a year ago, a man with this name from a neighboring village had been accidentally killed. Okay. When her husband returned, she told him about this dream. Her husband, Ali, the owner of a vegetable stall, had known the recently deceased man very well and was later able to describe Salim's character traits to Stevenson. Simhi was born with a right ear that was small and deformed. Okay. At an early age of 1.5, he did not want to be called Simi. Instead, he insisted on being called Salim. Okay, what he thought was his original name, and even used his surname Feasley, which was exactly the name the man used, for Tutu, dream shortly before. As time went by, he revealed to his mother that Isa, now this is the guy that that only got 2 years because of an accident, had murdered him, intentionally shooting him in the ear at the age of 4. He walked to the 2 kilometers to the neighboring village to where his past life had been spent on his own, and went into his former wife's house and told her, hey, you're my fucking wife. It seems he could describe many incidents in great detail from their former lives together, talking about the basket woven, and it was in the same place that he had placed it. This, including other comments, appeared that he convinced this lady that he was the deceased husband. Well, that's what's crazy. He convinced everybody essentially because what we were just talking about, right? There's undeniable factors that are happening here when they can lay out, hey, I know where this is, or I know what that is. The Egyptian story that we're going to get to later is fucking absolutely mind-blowing. But this guy ended up wanting revenge on his murderer from an early age. Like, he would pass by this guy who was still, working a shop, and he'd break his bottles and shit, and even say, I'm going to kill you. Like, he wanted revenge. And instead of just continuing down through here, at the age of 12 years old, his wife ended up passing away, and of course he mourned her greatly, really truly believing that he was Salim. Now here's what's interesting. Once he got to be of age, and when he said once he got older he was going to kill this man for revenge, somebody that he had befriended along the way convinced him not to do it for a really interesting reason, and I thought it was really interesting. He said, "You kill this man out of revenge, okay? And he actually believed that he was reincarnated. Okay, you're reincarnated. You kill this man out of revenge. What's to say he's not to come back in another and seek revenge, and this cycle never ends?"
Clever.
This actually convinces Salim, put it right there, Salim to not kill this man.
Get caught in an infinite loop of just murdering each other over and over, the same two
Now, that's
people.
a badass movie too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd watch that.
That's what Looper should have
But
been.
that one's wild as shit, right?
Yeah, that's pretty insane. And did I hear right?
Ice
Like he
drops.
had the guy that actually died was shot and his ear was shot off, or like part of his ear was shot off.
yeah.
And then this guy had a deformed ear.
Right. The kid had a deformed ear.
So that's something I've noticed too in some of the stories. Like the person who's reincarnated actually share some of the deformities or some of the physical characteristics as the person who died before.
Yeah, like that kind of
super interesting.
I mean, well, it comes along for the ride, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's pretty
really
wild.
weird. That actually perfectly transitions into this one. If you want
The
to,
Egyptian
it's not
one?
one I sent you earlier. You'll have to just Google it real quick and just maybe pull up an article. Joanna and Jacqueline Pollock.
All right, give me one sec.
So basically, what happened with them is
Now, what was it, Joanna and who?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
And so it was two twin girls. They died in a car accident,
The poly.
and then the same parents later had twins, and one of the twins shared the same scar as one of the girls who died, the same birthmark as one of the girls who died. The twins who were, I guess, reincarnated started asking for toys that the older sisters had that they shouldn't know even exists. They were never told about these toys, anything like that. It's insane. Like,
Yeah, okay.
this is one of those that really makes you think like it's possible.
Yeah, May 1957, in the small town of Hexham in England, 11-year-old Joanna Pollock and her sister, 6-year-old Jacqueline, were on their way to church when their friend Anthony, with their friend Anthony, when they were struck by an erratic driver. Almost instantly, the two young sisters were killed. Anthony, just 9 years old, died while traveling to the hospital. It was later discovered that the driver, a local woman who was under the influence of a number of drugs, had intentionally hit the three children after being forcibly separated from her own kids. The case later made headlines throughout Britain, with the woman eventually taken to a psychiatric hospital. Following the death of Joanna and Jacqueline, the girls' parents, John and Florence, were devastated. But when Florence later fell pregnant, John became convinced that the two girls would be reborn into the family as twins. Now, this is interesting, right? That's a completely different take on the reincarnation thing, coming back into the same family.
Yeah, this is crazy.
The couple, who were devout Catholics, often argued over the premise of reincarnation, with Florence strongly rejecting John's beliefs. It was later reported that the couple's entire marriage was even threatened as a result, with Florence almost filing for divorce. There was also no history of twins in either parent's family, and Florence's doctor had predicted a single birth, meaning the likelihood of twins was low. Against the odds, however, Florence gave birth to twins on October 4th, 1958. The twins were named Gillian and Jennifer. While the twins were identical, the pair had different birthmarks, which is considered highly unusual. Jennifer had a small birthmark on her left hip, which mimicked a birthmark that Jacqueline had. Now, that's where it would get freaky, right? Out the gate. She also had a birthmark on her forehead, which was similar to the small scar that Jacqueline had in the same spot. When the twins were 3 months old, the family relocated to Whitley Bay, which is east of Hexham. As the girls got older, however, it became clear that Gillian and Jennifer seemed to remember Hexham in detail, despite not growing up in the small town. Now, this is just impossible stuff. When you really truly read about these things, that's where it gets you. You're like, I mean, let's take it for a second. Say the parents are trying to relay this information to make a fascinating, sensationalized story for a second, right? You'd probably want to dig in and find out a little bit more about that, right? A little bit more maybe what the parents are about. And I know they mentioned that at least one of them was Catholic. Okay, that's interesting. When the family returned to Hexham when the girls were 4, the twins pointed out and named landmarks they hadn't seen before, such as the school Joanna and Jacqueline had attended, the Hexham Abbey, and a playground their deceased sisters loved. The pair even seemed to know the way to the playground without having even ever seen it. Likewise, the twins were also able to identify their late sister's toys by name. Now, here's what's even more fucked up. What I just said, if it is some kind of manipulation from the parents, what the actual fuck? Although Florence had stored the late girl's toys out of sight, the twins started to ask for certain toys back. In fact, it was almost as if the twins remembered the toys as their own. They were able to name their toys by their names previously given to them, and they even divided the toys up exactly as the sisters did. They also referred to the fact that the toys came from Santa Claus, which was true. Florence and John also noticed that the twins had very similar personalities, which compared to their older sisters. When Joanna was very protective of her younger sister Jacqueline, Gillian seemed more mature than her twin sister. Gillian, who was born 10 minutes before Jennifer, also often looked after her twin, much like Joanna looked after Jacqueline. The parents also noted that the twins even enjoyed the same games and foods as their siblings. For the first few years of the twins' life, Florence continued to reject John's suggestions that the pair had been reincarnated. So they're fighting about it, this couple. After finding the twins talking about the car accident, however, she changed her mind. On one occasion, Florence overheard the girls playing a game where they recreated their sister's accident. Okay. Gillian was cradling Jennifer's head, telling her, "The blood's coming out of your eyes. That's where the car hit you." On another occasion, Gillian pointed to Jennifer's birthmark on her forehead and told her that is the mark Jennifer got when she fell out on a bucket. Interestingly, the twins also appeared to have a fear of cars. In their younger years, the twins experienced recurring nightmares about being hit by a car. Gillian and Jennifer also regularly became frightened and anxious while near cars. When a car started its engine in an alleyway, John recalled the girls grabbing onto each other in terror. Shortly after the twins turned 5, the memories of their past lives slowly began to fade away as they went on to live normal lives. Okay, that's interesting. And that's not always the case either, right? Like sometimes they just keep that shit. Like,
yeah, similar thing to the last one that you were just reading. Like they have at least one of them had the same or similar physical defects or
right
appearances or something that relates to who they were reincarnated.
Something came through the portal with them.
Yeah.
While the twins lost their memories of the accident entirely, Gillian later recalled experiencing visions of herself playing in a sand pit at a home in Wickham, while Gillian had never been to Wickham. And she was able to perfectly describe the house and garden that matched the home that Joanna had once lived with her parents at 4 years old. While the case of the Pollock twins has long been cited as proof of reincarnation, many people have argued that the twins' memories may have been influenced by their 4 older brothers. While John and Florence claim that they didn't speak to the twins about their deceased sisters until they were older, it has been noted that the twins may have learned about their stories from their brothers. Okay. They didn't even mention these fucking brothers. At the very end. Okay.
And I would say a lot of these, especially because it's mostly, it's always children. It's almost always children. A lot of these could be probably debunked by the parents, like just making shit up,
That's what I'm thinking
making
here. Like
fantastic stories.
Yeah, like I love stories like this, and they're super interesting. Yeah. But it's really hard to nail down the truth in a lot of ways, right? Like you would really have to do a lot of sleuthing and digging, because I would like to know a little bit more about the brothers that we literally learned about at the very end of the story, but also the parents.
Well, if we want to,
very interesting though. Like I'm still very intrigued by the whole thing.
So, one of the other ones that's super interesting is the boy that thought he was the Hollywood agent.
Yeah, I got that.
His is pretty compelling because I think he actually had like an outside party ask him questions that he was able to verify all kinds of facts.
Okay, see that's this sounds interesting. And then the one that you mentioned to me earlier, we're going to get to
my favorite one,
Egyptian one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Is absolutely insane. It makes no sense at all.
There's also one about a boy. We don't have to look anything up on it because it's super like. I remember a very short piece done about it years ago that I saw on YouTube. It's not that impressive just because like the kid didn't know any details about the family that he formerly belonged to, but he always drew this house all the time. Like always, he drew the same house all the time, and the parents were somehow able to find the house. They lived in Scotland, and they were like, "Oh shit, that's the house that our son is always drawing, right?"
Yeah.
And then when they took him there, man, he lost his shit. He was like so happy, acting like he was like this is where he lives, shit like that. And the family that owned the house is like the original family that's always lived there. And obviously they've had relatives die, and maybe the boy was a reincarnation of one of those relatives. So they were trying to ask the boy questions about any memories he may have from his previous life, and he had nothing. He couldn't say anything. That's another one that's like, you want to believe it, but it's like, it's so debunkable, it seems like. Unless, maybe he just didn't have any memories except for the house. That's possible, I guess. But the fact that he didn't know anything about the family whatsoever is like, yeah, this is...
Yeah.
This really isn't that convincing,
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. In a sea of, like, maybe possible real reincarnation cases, you're definitely going to have some bullshit people trying to scam or... play on people's emotions, quite frankly. Yeah, let's check this one out right here. This expert investigates 10-year-old's reincarnation claims, believe he is reincarnated as a Hollywood agent.
This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll watch this one here for a second. Make sure the sound is right.
All the way to the very last twist. A young boy who says he remembers things he couldn't possibly from a time long before he was born. That's according to his mom. She turned to experts of the mind for some answers. NBC's Cynthia McFadden tonight with the incredible story of what they found.
It's not unusual for little boys to have vivid imaginations, but Ryan's stories were legendary.
He said, "Mom, I have something I need to tell you. I think I used to be somebody else." And he started just telling me these stories about how he had lived in Hollywood. His stories were so detailed. It just wasn't like a child that could have made it up.
Ryan talked about dancing on Broadway, working for an agency, traveling the world, being married 5 times. He even said the street he lived on had the word rock in it.
And it would be, "My last room was grander. I want to go back to my swimming pool."
But things got really strange when they picked up a book about the golden age of Hollywood.
She turns to a page, and I say, "That's me. That's who I was.
That's me."
Yeah.
But the man in the picture wasn't even a major star, just an unnamed extra with no lines in an old...
Your house is trash, Mom. I want my swimming pool. I want my mansion. Where's my maid? Where's the fucking maids at?
I use that money, bitch.
Where's the caviar? Ain't no caviar for breakfast? Ain't no caviar with the fucking eggs. Jesus.
Old Mae West film. That's when Ryan's
Do you know who I am?
mother turned to this man, Dr. Jim Tucker, a child psychiatrist at the University of Virginia. For 50 years, the prestigious school has collected more than 2,500 cases of children claiming past lives.
And your conclusion after 15 years is what?
These cases demand an explanation, that we can't just write them off.
He's written about them in his book, Return to Life.
Had you ever given much thought to this whole idea of reincarnation?
No, ma'am. I grew up in a Baptist church. You know, that's not something that we were taught to believe in.
But with the help of a movie historian, the man Ryan pointed to in the picture was finally identified. His name, Marty Martin. And just like Ryan said, he was a former actor turned Hollywood agent who danced on Broadway, was married 5 times, and even lived on Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills. In all, Dr. Tucker confirmed that 55 of the things Ryan said were true.
Of course, a lot of people are going to say, come on, this is the parent or somebody else feeding them information.
I mean, it's just inconceivable that the parents, for some reason, had done all that. This information wasn't on the internet.
But there was one fact that
Oh, this
detailed obsessed
motherfucker.
scientists.
This guy, I can't remember his name. I don't know if they said it. They probably said it and I missed it.
They did.
But this motherfucker is like the main, he's like the
Just thought Ryan
reincarnation
had
dude.
wrong.
And he said he didn't see why God would let you get to be 61 and then make you come back as a baby. That looked like just an incorrect statement.
That's because Martin's death certificate says he was 59 when he died.
Since then, I've gotten information that the death certificate was actually incorrect, which would have made Martin 61 when he died. Ryan was right all along.
Are you glad you
He just
weird.
said he was right all along. That is weird though, man.
had this experience? Yes, I am.
A chance, he says, to live his own wonderful life. Cynthia McFadden, NBC News, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It's like, that's a pretty shit life. I used to have a great
Right?
life. My life was amazing. I had so
Another
many
thing-
cars. Let me tell you about my cars real quick, Mom.
Another thing too is
I need a
like
cigar.
they tend to like lose it as they get older.
Yeah, I've noticed
sometimes
that in
they don't.
stories.
Sometimes it actually gets stronger, but sometimes they lose it as they get older. Like it's only when they're kids that they have that connection to their past life. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it, like I think the Egyptian lady, I think it got stronger with her actually. I can't remember though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It did.
man.
I think it was like because she was an adult doing the God
Yeah.
stuff. Like
That kid though, like I don't know, man. Like I want to be convinced. I mean, the fact that he was able to verify some stuff is pretty wild. Like he was making claims that, I mean, honestly, they wouldn't have known because they had literally had to go through like a movie historian to find out who the guy was and find out about the guy. Like, did the parents do that research?
right.
You know what? Like that seems a little outlandish, but he was able to verify so many details.
To appear on the news,
little weird.
right? Like
Yeah,
Like-
it's
it's so silly, right?
like it does
Like-
seem fishy to me. That one does, but it's just the fact that he was able to kind of verify that stuff. And that guy, the guy that I was talking about there, again, I don't know what his name was, but he is the reincarnation fucking guy. He's like the guy. Like anytime one of these stories pops up and he thinks it's like good enough,
He's
like he
hanging
goes and
out.
fucking So this is his job. Like he has a reason to make this sound credible, right? It's literally his job. Like he wants the shit to get on the news. He wants.
That's a good point.
He wants. I mean, it's like I said, it's his job. He wants that notoriety of finding these people or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I trust that guy.
The best thing would be to be able to, or hopefully be able to find somebody that's God. See, that guy's interesting, and he's and like, but you want somebody that is unbiased as possible. Like you don't want any bias on it. Like you said, that guy
I'm pretty
wants
sure
it to
this
be on
guy's
the
full
news. That guy
biased.
wants to be
Yeah.
probably caught up for the next documentary about reincarnation. Like, but I don't know. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you guys
I'm gonna
this
get a beer.
one. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do that real quick. I'll just talk to these folks for a second. Let's look at the chat. Let's look in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, Feral Friday. I hope everybody's got a drink. What's everybody drinking? Anybody got some drinks with them? Oh, it's been going all night, baby. Got to get ready for the for the entire Friday evening, man. You start early now. I hear Christine. Our souls leave our bodies. It's been scientifically found with weight. I believe our souls live, but can't recall the memory. I like the way you put that also. Every time I'm dragged into an antique store, I feel like I've been there before. Dude, now here's what messes with me. And I was talking to literally my buddy about this earlier, and I've said it on this stream before. Like, I feel like I've dreamed certain... It's like the Deja Vu thing, except it's not. I feel like I've dreamed specific moments, really lots of, like, big moments in my life, including this channel, the job I have, the house I live in, my fiance, long ago. But even before that, even when I was younger, I would dream. It's almost like dream of different stages of your life. Like, I swear, like... But here's the thing. I don't know it until I'm there. And it is that deja vu moment. Because when you're in the actual moment, that's when I start to... I'm like... But deja vu is like that. This is like an entire... It's a lot more than a moment. Because you're realizing, holy shit. And it's kind of... It gives me personally chill bumps when that happens. I mean, I've talked to other people that have had similar type of... again, it's almost like it's a dream that you've had before. It's weird. Got some Bloody Marys in the chat. Stand back up. Son of a bitch. Slacking on the job. I do, Jay. Do you remember when me and Mom held you in our arms for the first time? I thought that like vaguely, it's there. It comes to me often. But yes, I do. I think that I can vaguely, sort of, kind of remember that moment, the very beginning of life, Father. Thank you. Thank you for having us and allowing us to hang out on planet Earth. Whatever other existence we may have come through or from before, I know that everyone's jumping portals all the time now. Lady, Dan is back. That was perfect timing. That was good. I missed you the first time I checked and no one was there, but that one was good. That was perfect timing. Do you remember when you were born and father and mother literally held us for the first time?
No, I don't.
Oh, see, I did. I have a vague memory of being held by Dad.
Really?
Jay, our father.
Mm-hmm. Was Gary there?
Yes, he was. It was a room full of characters, actually.
Gary and Terry on a camel.
Yeah. Dude, that camel shit. Dude, tonight's episode was hilarious.
Oh my God.
It was so fucking funny, man. Oh my God.
Killing me, dude.
Dude, that dude's an outrageous human being. And the fact that he's still out there just making those posts that Shannon found, what the fuck?
Chat is so fucking good, dude.
Dude, they're so funny. Everyone's
constantly
so funny.
Fucking, it's the best, dude.
Like, I'm convinced that half of these people are literally like writers for comedy shows. Are they on strike? That explains why they're in their chat. They're all on fucking strike in Hollywood. Holy shit, it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
They are on strike, yeah.
Yeah, they've decided to go roam the true crime chat and be fucking hilarious. That's what's happening.
Dude, it's so good.
Wow, it is. It's the best.
I love
what's going on?
The meme was going where just saying outlandish things that he did. I was having fun with that one. That was so good.
Dude,
because it just kept going. Like, that guy lives and
dude, he's like, oh, is this you wrestling a shark underwater 3 weeks after this incident occurred? And you won. You beat the shark. You're very stout. You're a very stout individual. I like the way the lawyer, her attorney, like, he just crushed this man. He just went in and was just beating the hell out of the judge to be like, dude, he's dead. Stop. Pull this man off. He was just, the next picture. You Facebook? You love Facebook, do you? Is this you on a camel, you son of a bitch? It was crazy.
Yeah, that was bad.
Beat the hell out of that man right there in front of the world. Gwyneth Paltrow was just there. She was managing him. She was just rubbing her hands together. Yes. Yes. Fuck you.
Oh, fuck.
King Kong that, motherfucker. King Kong that. You know, fucked up. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
Oh, I had another one that was, Jay mentioned the one that said, is this you parasailing and landing on a whale? Or landing on the back of a blue whale while...
Dude.
I had another one. Is this you out wrestling a cougar while hiking with your girlfriend? Oh, I'm sorry, daughter. He kept fucking up. Is this you and your girlfriend? No, that's my daughter again. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God,
dude, I want more of those.
Oh man,
I want photographs. I want people to put them in the craziest situations.
Man, yeah, that was amazing. All right, the next one I'm going to show here is one I found just randomly Googling earlier, and this is one from TikTok. But there's also this TikTok, and then there's a news story with it, so make sure the sound's working.
This is that same shit, too, man. Like, all the stories are so similar.
Yeah, they are very similar.
Oh, shit. Here it is. Halle Berry.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Halle Berry doesn't come through now. Hold on. Boom! And what does she have? Her own soundbite. Thank you so much, Holly Bear. I appreciate it. And I still, I have. She had sent me one more that I need to add to the Holly Berry collection of sound bites. Throw it up again, baby. I'm a bad man.
What'd you say?
So much.
You have another one?
She sent me another one to put up.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna do it this weekend. If I can remember, I literally just got to do it. But all right,
Papa J coming through with a gift.
Oh man, Dad, you shouldn't have. Jessica Christie coming through, getting a membership.
Give me the loot. Welcome to the party, pal.
Boom. What are we gonna do? Throwing the beers up with the satisfying pours, baby. Load them up in the chat.
Who said that? Debbie Shear said Shannon sings. I created it. God damn it! I
created what?
Better. The Holly Berry thing.
Yeah, you definitely created it.
Who was it again? Debbie Shear said that Shannon sings it better.
You wrote that song. You wrote the Holly Berry song. I was there.
I created the meme.
Don't
I created the meme.
All right. Check this out.
Did my 2-year-old... Is this like a former life or an overactive imagination? What do I do with this?
More kid liars.
Who said that?
Mandy. Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. That one's trippy, right?
Oh, that's fucking funny.
That's just fucking hilarious. Oh shit. But yeah, this one tripped me out though, man. So he got sucked into quicksand, right? Is what he's talking about in his past life. Said I was exploring the desert. I had a map and I was looking for water, but then when I found the water and I sunk, and then I was a kid again, I thought he went in the water and drowned, but he doesn't know what drowning is. We were very confused, and he goes, no, I sunk in the sand. Everything about the declaration baffled the couple. Ever since he was a baby, he's been obsessed with maps. The family identifies as Christian and says they absolutely have never spoken with Theo about life, death, or reincarnation, and they have never exposed him to movies, books, or songs on the subject. Just trippy shit like that, man. I was trying to actually find like modern TikToks though. Like
right. Modern cases.
Yeah, modern cases through TikTok specifically. You know how people just basically use it to tell their stories? And I really couldn't. Like, that was the only one I actually found.
Well, the only thing you found on there now is NPC streams, so.
Yeah. Then we also got we got the story here too with this. Though this lady's the craziest one.
Yeah, hers is actually fucking wild. It's wild as hell. And hers started after an accident. Hers started at she fell down she fell down some stairs.
And how often does that happen? It comes from like an accident or something.
Yep.
Like,
and she was like
actually a cartoon, getting hit in the fucking head, and then your personality changes, or you remember something from an altered past.
Yeah. So the story goes that she actually died, and the doctor proclaimed. I mean, she was like, dude, this was like 1908. So I don't know how good this doctor was, but she was proclaimed dead. And, you know, he was talking to the parent or the mom, I think, about how, you know, how the arrangements for the body and all that stuff. And they started hearing shuffling in the room, and they go in there and the girl's just fucking playing. She's just up and playing. The doctor declared her dead, and he goes back in there and she's playing with her toys. And then ever since that happened, she started talking about how she wants to go home. Her mom would be like, well, you are home. This is your home. She would get upset when she heard that. She would have dreams about being in this other place where she said it's like a giant place with columns, lots of trees and green grass and stuff. And eventually they take her to a museum, and there's like an Egyptian exhibit there, and that she flips her shit. She's like, this is it. This is where I'm from. This is my house. This is my home. And then even more specifically, they get like an encyclopedia because she's obsessed with Egypt after she goes to this museum.
Yeah.
And they get this encyclopedia, and she sees the Temple of Seti, and she's like, this is it. This is where I lived. This is my home. And dude, she goes so far as the like she becomes obsessed with Egypt. She starts working at a museum, I think, and the curator or the owner of the museum, something like that, takes notice of her and starts helping her learn hieroglyphics, which she like is super good at. Like she picks it up instantly. She goes so far to move to Egypt, where the Temple of Seti is, and she helps them excavate other areas around the temple, and she's literally able to like point out places like, this is where this is, that's where that is. And then when they start excavating, they're like, oh shit, she's right. Like she nailed it. She literally became like a leading expert on this area.
That was the trippiest part of the story to me, is when like
what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, when she's calling shit out like that.
Unbelievable. Like truly unbelievable. Like she helped find shit that they didn't know was there, and like she knew exactly where to dig. I mean, that's the part that blows my mind.
Yeah, she died in 81.
So right there, can you make it so I can see the left side? I can't see the entire text.
Sorry.
So she was the first woman to work at antiquities department at Abydos, and took residence in the temple itself. She fucking lived there. She would also lead archaeologists to the tunnel north of the temple, which had gone unnoticed for decades. According to Seti, so she took on her Egyptian name at some point, which is Seti. Her advice was a product of her memories, having lived there. So she's saying that she knew where it was because of her former life. She lived the rest of her days at the Temple of Abydos, talking of an undiscovered library that sits under it, brimming with unseen religious texts and historical documents, although no excavation has validated or dismissed her claims. Seti would pass in 1981. So she claims there's a library underneath, and dude, in Egypt, man, they're so fucking strict about where you can dig over there and what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucking lame as shit. Like we want fucking answers, dude. Like we want, and maybe it's not our right, I don't know, but they should want the answers too. They should want to figure this shit out.
Yeah, they've made it now where you can't really do shit, right?
Dude, it's fucking insane.
They've tied it all up.
I think a lot of it has to do with mainstream archaeologists. Like they just don't want. They know they're wrong at this point, and they want to fucking.
That goes back to the Graham Hancock conversation, right?
They don't want further evidence to prove it that they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but I mean, it's actually Egypt. I don't know if it's necessarily mainstream archaeologists, but I mean, there's probably a lot of Egyptians that are over the Egypt part of it. You know what I mean? And that like they've made their declarations that, you know, this is so many years old and this is how things worked, and you know, whatever. And they don't want to be proved wrong. And I mean, why
exactly
wouldn't they?
What's happening.
Why
that is
wouldn't
exactly
they?
What's happening, and it's fucking shitty and gross.
If this woman had a history of being correct about this stuff, why wouldn't they take her fucking word for it and just try?
Yeah.
Just go and see if it's there.
It's just some dude. He's like, nah, I'm good. Nah. What does she know? What is she? You telling me I'm wrong? Nah.
Jay said, get a fucking camel and a shovel and find the library. God damn.
Get the hell out of here. God,
It's just,
I would be so scary to ride a camel, I feel like. Be so high
I
up.
wouldn't do it. I don't think I could ride a horse.
I wouldn't want to ride a camel. Man, like, I've heard the stories of, like, the people that do go to, like, literally the pyramids and you ride the camel, and they beat the shit out of these camels, dude. That'd fuck with me. I'd be like, all right, motherfuckers. Hit that camel again, dude. Hit the fucking camel again.
Terry was on a camel to find the library. That's what he was doing.
That motherfucker, put the fucking stick down. Terry's probably beating the hell out of a camel, bastard.
Do you remember when we were kids and we were at the circus and they had elephants that you could ride?
Oh, dude, I remember riding that elephant.
And I wouldn't do it. Like I was on the fucking ladder to get up it, like the staircase.
Actually remember
and
trying to convince you.
I lost my shit.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not going.
I remember
I'm not
trying
going
to convince you to do it. Yeah, but I remember actually I did it, and dude, I was sitting in the very, very back, and I felt like I was going to fall out.
You were like hanging out.
Dude, I was literally hanging on. I was like, well, they've not done this very well. They're trying to kill a child. And, you know, for some reason, I still had a 36-year-old brain, even at 10. And I was like, they're trying to kill a child right now. Do I need to? I'm going to find a lawyer.
They just put like 30 kids on the back of the fucking elephant.
I've still got that picture somewheres. If I can find that picture, everyone, I'm going to post it. Keep an eye out for that on Twitter or the community. It's got to be one of these old family photo albums because, yeah, my ass is just hanging out the back of a fucking off the back of an elephant. You know how they put like those, like, what do you call them? Like, it's like a brace almost, but it's like, you know, it's for handling you and it's for sitting, but it's terrible. Like, there's tons of openings. Like the back of it's completely open basically.
Like, yeah, like you were hanging out. Like, if this is like the bar,
like I remember literally like feeling like I was gonna die. Like I remember like, all right,
if my finger here is the bar, your back is like hanging out off of it. Like
yes,
this. Like,
yes. I'm gonna find this picture. I'm like, well, I had to ride a fucking elephant, didn't I? 10 years old, had a good run. Yeah, saddle.
I mean, it was like
that's the word I was looking for.
It's a saddle, but it's not.
It's a cage. Like, actually, it's both. It's a cage and a saddle.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing.
But it's also not a cage. It's like one. It was like one bar going around, wasn't it?
It's
like the perimeter of the saddle. It was like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. I mean, you could probably look up pictures of people riding
saddle. But it's like the saddle is like encased, so you're not supposed to fall out, right? Like it's almost like, but like it's also terribly done because there's really just a top part, like the middle is just freaking open.
Stevie, look,
you found one?
This is it. I found the picture.
Okay,
this is basically what it was.
You sent it to me.
I'm trying. Hang on, I gotta find you. Here we go.
I mean, it's definitely...
It's just a rope. It's just a fucking rope around the...
A camel basket. That's the best way to put it, I would imagine, actually. Oh, fuck. If you're hanging out randomly and you haven't hit that like, please do so. Please share this out to your communities. Let them know that you're watching Fail Friday on a Friday night. You're getting a little wild with us. And yeah, hit the three little dots on the side if you are subscribed, and make sure you have all notifications turned on for community posts and video posts and live streams just like this one.
And that little fanny pack, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, hold on. That's literally it.
Yeah.
I really think, and this thing was packed with like 1,000 kids.
What's hilarious too is
actually,
like
it's not working
my
for
memory
me,
of it. My memory of it is like so
that's
altered because I was so small.
Work for me.
What, really?
Yeah,
Why?
it's like telling me thank you for reading. You know, it wants me to like sign up for the whatever, the Pittsburgh Post.
Hang on, I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah, do that. But I can see it. But yeah, when I try to pull it over, it's trying to block me.
I'll just snip it. Well, if you can see it, just snip it.
Well, let me see if I can do that.
I can snip it right here.
Yeah, go ahead and snip it. If you don't mind. Stevie Irwin is about to be knighted right now, live.
Shit.
Stevie Irwin, sir, you are now...
Race him with the wrench.
Take this wrench and do with it what you will, sir. Boom.
Congratulations, Stevie Irwin.
Stevie
Irwin's out here doing work for the little community we got going on.
Yeah,
He's
really
out here
is,
making
man.
videos, dude. They're fucking dope as shit. They're really well made.
He absolutely deserves a promotion.
Give me the loot! Give me the loot!
Killing it out here, Stevie. Thank you, sir, for real. And yeah, I saw the Mandy sent me the little snippet of what you guys are trying to find with me pronouncing names horribly.
I can't wait.
Yeah, here we go. And it literally had me, I couldn't breathe. Like,
Oh, really?
I don't even know
Was it all-
why.
was
It
cut
was
together?
us, and like I feel like an asshole even saying that, but it was fucking hilarious. I don't even. I guess because you're doing it in real time.
What do you mean? Why would you feel like an asshole?
Just because it's us laughing, I'm basically saying it's hilarious. I don't know. I feel like an asshole saying that.
That it's hilarious that we fuck up sometimes?
No. Like that we're talking about. Hey, like take a look at us. Basically, like I feel like it's almost a narcissistic type of thing.
No, fuck that. It's actually the opposite. It's a compilation of us like doing a terrible job.
All right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. This.
Yeah, one of them fucking things. But yeah, what I was saying.
But yeah. But
My
imagine
memory-
it, dude, I'm talking lined up like a fucking box of donuts. Fucking little fucking kids, dude, stuffed in it. And I was in the back, bro. Like, you wait till you see this picture. I'm going to find it.
But yeah, my memory is so fucked up of it because I was so small. Like when I picture it in my head, the elephant is huge, dude. Like, huge. And I picture like 30 kids on the back of that thing. I don't think there were 30 kids on the back of that thing. There's no way. Like, I picture it like so like fucked up in my head. But I was like 8 years old or something. So.
Gail coming through with the $5 mic drop. Oh, shit. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Gail.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Seems like a really small elephant, right?
It does.
Like, elephants are way bigger than that, right?
Yeah, that seems like a little baby elephant. He's a tiny boy.
Stacked like donuts. Yeah,
they were in there like a fucking box, you know. They put them lined up. You wait till you see this picture. You're gonna be like, "This is child abuse." They tried to kill us. Where were you at, Dad?
I was literally crying that night because I was like,
Dan. I do remember Dan freaking out, and I remember
was
being
like halfway up the
we
steps.
had to climb that ladder thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like the Lowe's ladder when you're gonna try to get like one of the major appliances. You're climbing that son of a bitch up this fucking elephant, and we're like 8 and 10 years old, and we get up
and
there.
It's like it's single file too, and I freaked out, and I was like, I can't do it. So I had to like, I fucked up everything for like everybody. Like I had to like go back down.
I forgot about that.
I was terrified, and I was crying because like I guess people were mad at me probably. I don't remember that part, but
this fucking pussy.
Dude, I just couldn't go.
Fucking pussy.
And like Stevie was trying to get me to go.
I do remember being like, "Oh man, you're good, we're good."
I wouldn't have fucking fit anyway.
You wouldn't.
I mean, fuck,
I would be dead. I would actually be dead.
You would have fallen out if I was on there.
Fallen out. I would be dead. I wouldn't even be. We wouldn't be. I wouldn't be here. That would be dead. That was fate. It was meant to be that you backed out. And they're like, "Oh yeah." They were trying to kill one little boy that day. They're like, "Oh shit." Oh god!
I know that we've grown since we did it, but of course the memory is the memory from an 8-year-old. I didn't, you don't like alter your memory based on how much you grew, right?
Yeah, I'm remembering it. You're right. Like
that place was like a fucking arena back then. Like I was like so small that it felt like an arena. Going into that
I
place.
remember,
and it's not a big place.
That the only thing that freaked me out at that circus was the clowns, man. I didn't like those dudes. They're creepy.
Yeah,
in person, they're straight up like. I love clown movies. They don't freak me out like that. But
watching the show was fun. But you would see them like walking around.
They were walking around, and dude, at the end of it, the clowns were trying to convince everyone to help clean up.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
They were in character. Yeah,
and, dude, it fucking freaked me out. And I was like, nah, I'm
they
good.
Were so creepy.
I was like, we
because
should probably just go to the car.
Like they were between like the main area and like where you leave and go to. Remember, because like there was a door to leave the whole building, and then right back there is also the bathroom.
Yep.
So like, and the clowns were like stationed right there. Like fucking, you couldn't go to the bathroom without running into them.
Yep.
You couldn't leave without running into them.
They were trying to. Dude, they were trying to get the kids to help, and honestly, convince the parents to be like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna get these kids to help us clean up." That's fucked up. What the hell is going on?
Well, I mean, it was all a joke, right? It wasn't real.
They were putting kids in vans.
But I'm sure some fucking, I'm sure some people actually fucking fell for it, and they were like, oh, yeah, okay, well, let's grab some trash.
Dude. Yeah, they freaked me out. But the show was fun. I was like, and I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love clowns in movies, whatever. These clowns, I didn't like the vibe. It was probably me being so small, too. That's probably a vibe of it. Today I'd be
It was
like,
wild.
listen, buddy. Listen.
Dude, I wish
John.
they still fucking did that because I literally live right in front of it. I could see from my fucking deck all of the fucking animals and shit. I wouldn't even have to go.
Yeah, dude, you live right in front of literally the place where I almost died.
Yep.
That's true. All right, let's watch a little bit of this WoW Files, man. If anybody's not watching the WoW Files, which you I mean, most likely are, it's a gigantic channel. It's super entertaining.
I mean, I wonder though, because I didn't know about them until just a few months ago. And this is this is my favorite channel on YouTube, period, besides Jay, of course.
Jay's my favorite.
Gotta put Jay over.
Gotta put Jay over. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following the shaming of Jay, you're fucking up. Man,
but dude,
drop Jay's info in the
channel's
chat
amazing.
there if you wouldn't mind. While we're on it. But this channel is badass. Just real quick,
and this guy does kind of like the same topic type stuff that we do. So he does a lot less to true crime than we probably do, but he does do true crime stuff a little bit, and he does not really actually. It's only like really if it's like super mysterious true crime, but all the other like mysterious shit, the weird shit, he covers all this stuff, and he digs up stuff that like I hadn't even heard of before. So
Wildside just gifted a membership to Golf Inspector General. Boom! Didn't fuck that name up. Boom! Give him the beers! Pass them out, pass them out, pass them out!
Drink the Stevie, getting the name right.
Got the name motherfucking right. Doing it.
Jay, we don't have the fancy stream element shit, all right? You calm down.
Oh, dude, I do. Fuck.
Oh, wait, you do?
It should. That should actually work. Or maybe I haven't done something. Yeah, I did do that. Like Jay did, that night, the last Friday, when we did the stream.
Well, I'm sorry.
Actually, while I play this, I'm going to look at that right now because I totally did.
I've had to apologize to Jay 2 nights in a row now.
You better get an apology out there. Yeah, let me look at that real quick. But also, I'll hit play.
3-year-old Dorothy was playing and then accidentally fell down a flight of stairs. She hit her head and was knocked unconscious. When her parents found her, she wasn't breathing. They called a doctor who rushed over immediately. Dorothy's mother broke down when the doctor said there was nothing he could do. Her little girl was dead. The doctor left and returned an hour later with Dorothy's death certificate and gently discussed arrangements for the little girl's body. But during this conversation, shuffling was heard coming from Dorothy's room. They ran upstairs and there she was, playing in her room like nothing happened. The doctor examined her again. There was no sign of injury. He had no explanation. He said it appeared as if Dorothy had come back from the dead. He didn't realize how right he was. Dorothy Eady was born in London in 1904. Until her fall down the stairs and her resurrection, she was a normal little girl. But after the fall, she started having night terrors. Her mother would wake her and Dorothy would tell her about the dream. She was living in a huge columned building surrounded by trees and green gardens. It was always the same dream, and Dorothy would tell her mother the same thing: I want to go home. When her mother would tell her that she is home, Dorothy would become frustrated and depressed. Sometimes Dorothy's parents would find her pouting under the dining room table. They'd ask what's wrong, and it was always the same answer: I want to go home. When she was asked where home was, Dorothy would say she didn't know. She just knew she wanted to get back there. After the fall, Dorothy would occasionally speak with a heavy foreign accent. This was so unsettling that Dorothy's parents had trouble finding a sitter. When Dorothy was 4, her parents planned a day at the British Museum. They couldn't find anyone to watch their daughter, so they brought her along. That's when things got really strange. As expected, 4-year-old Dorothy was bored in the museum. She moped, she dragged her feet. She acted like most 4-year-olds would act. But Dorothy's mood drastically changed when they reached the Egyptian exhibit. Dorothy was dazzled by the artifacts, but when she saw the Egyptian statues, she tore herself from her mother's grip and ran wildly through the halls. Dorothy was running from statue to statue, kissing their feet, and yelling at people for wearing shoes in the presence of gods. Dorothy's mother was mortified at her daughter's behavior, but then Dorothy suddenly stopped and became silent. Dorothy's parents found her in front of a glass case, frozen. She was staring at the face of an Egyptian mummy. Dorothy's mother picked her up, but she got upset. Then in a voice that sounded like an old woman, Dorothy said, "These are my people." It took Dorothy's parents a few hours to finally drag her out of the museum. But whenever the family had free time, they would go back to the Egyptian exhibit, the only place where Dorothy felt happy and peaceful. When Dorothy was 7, her father bought her a children's encyclopedia about ancient Egypt. Dorothy spent hours studying hieroglyphics with a magnifying glass. Her mother asked what she was doing. Dorothy would say, "I'm trying to remember," while reading a science magazine.
Some haters on the voice over here?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people not like his voice.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe get Jay or Dan look at my Stream Elements thing, because I do have it saved in there. Like, I'm looking at it.
I don't know how that stuff works. I've never looked at it before.
Well, that night, again, like right before we went live last week, he walked me through it. Like, I'm on the chat commands. I've literally got command, and it's lowercase JAY. User level is everyone. And then the response type is his little YouTube channel. And I've got one for Bob, so neither one's working.
I wonder if you have to restart chat or something. You know what I mean? Like, it won't work on this stream. Like, maybe it would have to be restarted.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to play with it, because I haven't actually officially, but yeah, Mandy's got it out there. She knows what's up.
I got no fucking idea. Mandy does a great job.
I'll be right back. She kills it. The AI is trying to take Mandy's job. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck, that's true.
Oh, we need more plumbers.
Magazine.
She does way more than just post
links.
She does way more than just post links.
She does way more than any AI could ever do. Sam also.
Is Streambot set up
all
as
these
admin?
real folks out here that are legit moderating. Come on.
Is Streambot an admin?
Streambot.
Or Stream Elements?
I don't think so. Probably.
It's
It's probably tapped into my system and made itself a moderator.
Jay said it needs to be an admin, I think.
Oh. Where do you do that at? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do it now.
Yeah, I'll get with you, Jay. We'll do a conference call, Dad.
Pops.
Papa
J.
All right, I'll be right back, boys.
Of a temple built for the pharaoh Seti, father of Ramses the Great, in the town of Abydos. Dorothy was confused. She asked her mother where all the trees were and all the green gardens. Dorothy's mother asked her, "What is this place?" Dorothy smiled the biggest smile she ever had in her entire life and pointed to the picture of Seti's temple in Abydos and said, "Mama, this is my home." Children remembering their past lives is more common than most people think. There are thousands of documented cases, and these are just the cases that parents report. There are certainly thousands more cases where the parents are too confused or too embarrassed to report it. One interesting story happened in England in 1957. Sisters Joanna and Jacqueline Pollock, aged 11 and 6, were killed when a car lost control and hopped the curb. A year after the accident, the girls' mother, Florence Pollock, gave birth to twin girls. Jillian and Jennifer were identical twins, but they had different birthmarks. Jennifer had a birthmark on her waist that matched a birthmark that Jacqueline had before she died. Coincidence? She also had a scar on her forehead, just like Jacqueline did. When the twins were about 2 years old, they started asking for toys that belonged to their sisters, though they never saw the toys before. They would also become frightened at moving cars, yelling how the car is coming to get them. And the coincidences go on and on. During the Battle of Iwo Jima, the Japanese shot down American fighter pilot James Houston Jr. He died in the cockpit of the plane on March 3rd, 1945. Over 50 years later, 2-year-old James Leninger started having nightmares about being a fighter pilot crashing into the ocean and dying. When James was shown photos, he was able to name the kind of aircraft he flew. He knew the name of the aircraft carrier he was on. He could even name other men who served with him at 2 years old. And all this information was verified to be true. One of my favorite cases of reincarnation is Ryan Hammond's. When Ryan was about 4 years old and playing by himself, he would pretend to direct movies. Ryan told his mother that he used to be a man who lived in Hollywood. Ryan's parents were Christian and serious about their faith. They didn't believe in reincarnation. But Ryan would often say,
"I used to be somebody else. I used to be big, but now I'm little. I liked it better when I was big and I could go wherever I wanted to go. I hate being little."
Whenever Ryan would see the Hollywood sign on television, he would cry that that was his home and he wanted to go back. Ryan would tell stories about meeting Rita Hayworth, about vacations in Paris and working at an agency where people would change their names. This is not the typical banter of a 4-year-old. One day, Ryan's mother brought home a book about old Hollywood and they flipped through the pictures. They came across a photo and Ryan said,
"Oh, look, that's George. We did a picture together. Oh, that guy's me. I found me."
The other man in the picture was Marty Martin. He did know Rita Hayworth. He did vacation in Paris, and he did work at an agency where people would change their name. Ryan was right about all of it. Ryan even knew Marty used to dance on Broadway, how many sisters he had, how many children he had. Ryan even said his house was on a street that had the word rock in it. Marty Martin lived on Roxbury Drive. Marty's family was able to confirm 55 separate facts that Ryan got correct at 4 years old. In these 3 cases, like in almost every case, past life memories start around age 2 or 3 and end around age 5. Not so with Dorothy Eady. As she got older, her memories became more clear. It was just a matter of time before Dorothy Eady would find out who she really was 3,000 years ago.
3,000? Fuck.
Dorothy Eady was very outspoken about reincarnation. She spoke about it openly and didn't care what anybody thought.
Based.
She was. And this was a problem for a teenage girl in the 1920s. Her parents tolerated what they thought was just an eccentricity, but other people weren't so forgiving. One Sunday afternoon, a priest showed up at the Eady's door. The priest said that Dorothy was no longer welcome at Sunday school. She had refused to sing a hymn that spoke poorly about Egypt. But the last straw was when Dorothy argued with the Sunday school teacher that Christianity was based on the old religion of Egypt.
Yeah, but wasn't it?
Well, that's debatable, but there's plenty of evidence that it was.
And here come the comments from the Christians.
Dorothy had been spending so much time in the British Museum that Egyptologist Sir E.A. Wallace Budge got to know her and started teaching her how to read hieroglyphics. Unsurprisingly, she picked it up very quickly, like freakishly quickly. Dorothy's dreams continued this whole time, though now that she knew what was happening, she wasn't frightened anymore. When Dorothy was about 15, she would wake up in the middle of the night almost every night. She heard the voice of a man named Hora, who asked her to write down everything he said. She would then go into a trance, neither sleeping nor awake, and scribble notes and hieroglyphics. When she woke up, she had no idea what she had written. It wasn't even her handwriting. And after a year of this, she had 70 handwritten pages. She was finally able to piece together that this was the story of her life in ancient Egypt. She was an Egyptian woman named Bentreshet, born in the town of Abydos. She came from a humble background. Her father was a soldier who served during Seti I's reign. Her mother was a vegetable seller. When Bentreshet was 2 years old, her mother died. Unable to care for her, Bentreshet's father placed her in the temple of Kom el Sultan, where she would be raised to become a priestess. When she was 12 years old, Bentreshet was given 2 choices. She could either leave the temple and go out into the world on her own, or become a consecrated virgin and stay at the temple. Bentreshet decided to take the vows. A few years later, she met Pharaoh Seti I, and they had an affair. When she became pregnant with the child of the pharaoh, she had no choice but to tell the high priest about her relationship with Seti I. The high priest told her that her sin against Isis was so severe that she would be tried and likely sentenced to death. In order to protect the pharaoh from a scandal, Bentreshet avoided the trial by taking her own life. Dorothy finally understood everything that was happening to her. For the next few years, she worked at various jobs at a theater owned by her parents. But then she got her big break in 1931. A position opened up in London writing for an Egyptian public relations magazine. The 30s were a tricky time in Egypt. Though it was officially declared independent from the United Kingdom in 1922, the UK was still heavily involved in the governing of the country. Dorothy used her new position at the magazine to advocate for Egyptian nationalism and full independence. While working for the magazine, she began corresponding with a wealthy Egyptian man named Amon Abdel Magwid. In 1933, Magwid proposed. She accepted and finally traveled to Egypt for the first time in her life.
The first time in this life.
Right. And when she stepped off the boat in Cairo, she fell to her knees and kissed the ground. She wept and said, "I'm finally home." And if Dorothy Eady really was reincarnated, now she'd have a chance to prove it. Dorothy's marriage was off to a rocky start. Her husband's family was wealthy and didn't like how open Dorothy was about her past life. She was more committed to Egyptian culture than her husband's family was, and she was outspoken about it. After a few years, Dorothy and McGuid divorced, but not before she gave birth to a son, who she named Seti.
Wasn't Seti the guy she was, partying with back in the day?
Yup.
So she names her kid after the ex? That's bad form.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Well, that's like what you pay me for, man.
So Dorothy Eady changed her name.
Gotta love the old hecklefish.
To Seti, which means mother of Seti. And this is how women were known in ancient Egypt. In 1935, she took a job with Egypt's Department of Antiquities. She was the first woman ever hired, but she quickly made a name for herself as a respected scholar. She published essays and articles about ancient Egypt. She translated documents and hieroglyphics. Though Dorothy Eady had no formal training, she became known as an expert in the field. Finally, in 1952, Dorothy was able to take a job in Abydos, the town where she believed she lived. In Abydos, she became known as an eccentric by the locals. She observed ancient Egyptian religion. She walked barefoot everywhere, and she would spend her nights praying and sleeping in the Egyptian temples. In 1957, the new chief of antiquities wanted to test Dorothy. He admitted that she had an uncanny understanding about the ancient Egyptian culture, but he didn't really believe she lived in the Temple of Seti thousands of years ago. So one night, he escorted her to the temple. The only light they had was a torch. He then asked her to take him to different parts of the temple. At this point, nothing had been published about the layout of the temple, and Dorothy had never been there before.
In this life.
Right. Dorothy was able to guide him anywhere he asked to go. With no map and no light, she knew.
Yo, say wow 22 getting gifted a membership by Gail. Welcome.
Welcome to the party, pal.
To the party. I'm gonna pop open a few broskies, just for you.
I just
for
popped a
you.
fresh one myself.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Gail.
Give it a loop. Give it a
That's
loop.
it.
Yeah, I had to go get a fresh drink ski poo myself. And yeah, say wow, welcome to the membership. I would recommend going and any new members that has come through tonight, which has been quite a few, go back and watch last night's member only stream.
Last night's was dope.
Last night was fucking fire.
It was the best members
good.
only stream we've ever done, I
It was
think.
good. It was just like a regular stream.
Yeah, usually we chill and just fucking hang out and kind of talk, chat, and you know, members only. So we don't really we don't necessarily plan a show for it or anything. Last night was insane. It was amazing.
We react, whatever you want to call it, to Jay and Shannon driving to Gilgo Beach from Rex Heuermann's house. The presumed possible route that he would have taken. They actually walked with their pups down a very dark and scary way. It's last night. Please go and watch last night's members only.
It was also the dopest thumbnail you've ever made.
And it was I was very happy with that thumbnail. I was very happy.
Fucking amazing.
Holly Berry coming through, gifting 5 memberships. Holy shit. Brewski's out. Everyone dropping them. Midwest Girl. Let's see if I can get these names right. Midwest Girl. Andy Short. Sherlock. Kendra TC Goth. Jen H. Brian Hager. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm drunk enough to really enjoy doing it.
Welcome to the party,
Boom.
pal.
Boom. Boom.
So I quickly wanted to bring up, since the Wi-Files is like super family friendly, right? Do you remember when we started
1 second.
this?
Hold on.
Oh,
Almost
shit.
missed it.
Oh,
I'm so
God.
sorry.
Oh.
Can't miss that.
No, you can't miss that.
She'll write.
That's the whole reason she does
She'll
it.
flip this whole fucking chat over like a table. I'm sorry.
She'll call up Jen to hack the stream and shut it down.
Oh God, she's on speed dial in Canada right now. Just waiting for a reason to hack this stream.
So next time, don't forget 6.
No,
Just joking. Sorry. What happened there?
oh fuck! Oh, she's threatening.
She is threatening us. Gee. Oh. Okay.
She's letting us know anytime.
Wow.
She's watching.
Wow.
Please don't launch a fucking
early
2000s video game.
Don't make us play CSI from Ubisoft.
Right, okay. Jesus. There's actually
Lord.
earlier versions of that thing, so it could be worse.
Woo!
All right.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know where. Like that's actually really scary.
All right, sorry, sir.
Literally,
What were you
I
saying?
mean, now I'm calling the hacker a she because I'm pretty convinced. But the hacker, I mean, really, anytime it seems like, anytime.
Yeah, we were just bullshitting and making a joke, and look what the fuck
And then
happened
boom.
just now. Just threatened us with. Hell,
we gotta-
it could have been a
let's
movie
calm
from 1936, or it could have been a video game from 2009. Both equally terrible.
Did Holly call? All right. So let me hang on. What I was trying to say, the Wi-Fi stuff we're watching right now is a super family friendly channel, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we first started this, how we had a discussion about we got to tone down cussing?
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that. That didn't fucking pan out, did it?
Well, it's before I really, I was the early days of like, because I'm like, man, if we're going to get monetized, you got to be able to watch your mouth. But then I started learning pretty quickly. It's like, well, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
Which
we
I
also
mean-
assumed the audience was going to be like
That's
people
true.
who maybe didn't
Too.
want that in their content.
That's
Which
true.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that
And-
watch this stuff that don't like that. I've actually seen it. I've seen it in comments.
oh, yeah,
Like,
I saw one literally.
you guys cuss too much.
Literally today I saw one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay gets that as well. But dude, and what happened was us just flowing naturally. I can't stop it.
I mean, we got an audience without toning it down. Like I mean, that's the thing too.
We just got to be ourselves. Same with Jay.
We both agreed that we were going to try, but it doesn't work out that way. I mean, the fucking channel is about having a few beers and hanging out.
And on these,
Like,
this is
that's-
essentially like a live. This is a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were just being ourselves. Like you can't. It's too hard.
I mean, well, and to be honest, we have another brother that you guys don't know about. He even said that it's a little bit too much cussing.
That's
cursing
true.
for him.
That's true. So he visited and he was staying with Dan, and Dan was showing him the stuff, and Dan actually got embarrassed because it was such a vulgar show that we have here.
Which I mean, I just didn't expect it from him. I didn't think that he would.
He's from
care
another
that much,
generation
but
too. I don't know, man. This is a
He's a lot older than us.
This is just entertainment I watch is like this, exactly like this, and maybe even worse.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I know we are pretty bad. Like we cuss a lot. We definitely have mouths like fucking sailors, but there's a third brother.
Oh my God! Now let me put it out there. There's a third brother
out there. Yeah.
Oh God! The third brother.
But he is. He's
Hell yeah, Mandy.
He's a lot older than us, so we're not as like he had already moved out of the house when we were born and all that. So
He doesn't want to be talked about. We love our other son. And Shannon's like, oh God, wow.
Oh my God.
It's getting real. It's happening. It's breaking down.
Oh shit.
We were supposed to talk about this one, and now it's out there. You
it's
did
fucking-
that.
I
I'm
know,
putting it
I
on
shouldn't
you.
have. I shouldn't have, but it was relevant to the story. Damn it. Letting the fucking. All right.
That's hilarious. Wow.
Let's move on.
Woo! You know it's getting serious when Dan says let's move on. Only other time in history he's ever said let's move on, there was a grub truck involved. Like, we gotta get the hell out of here.
I love how the meme is Grub Truck Ricky and not Grub Truck Dan.
Yeah, I do too.
Ricky's the alter ego. Ricky's the alter ego that comes out.
No sisters. No sisters.
No sisters.
Well, love it. Let's move on.
Every inch of the temple. After his sixth attempt to stump her, he gave up. One of her recurring dreams, or memories depending on what you believe, was of the gardens of the Temple of Seti. But those had not yet been discovered by archaeologists. Dorothy told scientists where to find the gardens. They excavated, and they found it. She said if they dug on the north side of the temple in a specific spot, they would find a hidden tunnel. Sure enough, the tunnel was there. In 1964, she turned 60 years old. And by Egyptian law, she was supposed to retire. But not only was she the first woman hired by the Department of Antiquities, she was given special permission to keep working. She was too valuable of a resource to let go. Egyptologists couldn't explain how, but she was able to make countless...
One to put her out to pasture. They're like, she's pretty important.
Yeah.
She's pretty important. But she's 64, or she can't do anything after tomorrow.
Yep.
She only has a few hours left, sir. Well, she's pretty important. We're going to leave her on.
Dude, she was fucking getting around, though. Dude, she was old as shit, and she was getting around. She was killing it.
Discoveries just by
Am I missing something?
remembering.
What are you talking about?
No, what?
What are you talking about? Am I missing something?
No. What?
Okay.
Though
You just
her
had, you had like
specialty
a
was
weird
the-
reaction to that.
I didn't
and
know if you're done talking.
I feel like I was talking about something completely different than you.
No.
Temple of
Okay,
Seti
okay.
I in Abydos, she did claim to have knowledge of other ancient Egyptian sites. For example, she said the lost tomb of Nefertiti was underneath the tomb of her stepson, Tutankhamun.
Ooh, was she under King Tut?
Well, Dorothy made this claim in 1972. Tutankhamun's tomb was found in 1922. Though the tomb had been studied for 50 years, there was no evidence of a chamber there.
Oh.
But
No, I love it when you do this.
in 2015, radar imaging technology showed there actually was a chamber right where she said it would be. She also
Boom.
said there was a small library underneath one of the feet of the Sphinx.
Okay, my turn.
Go ahead.
She said there's a room under the Sphinx. Nobody believes her. Years later, they do a scan, and bada bing, bada boom, there's a room down here.
Yup.
Yahtzee!
About 30% of Americans, including almost 25% of Christians, believe in reincarnation. Reincarnation might be fringe science or pseudoscience in the Western world, but in the East, reincarnation is viewed differently. It's a central part of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism, and several other religions. For about a quarter of the world's
Oh, Pookie's
population,
skeptical.
almost 2 billion
Pookies
I
are
like Pookie's-
Pookies are
I
skeptic.
like what she said. I like what she said, though. Here's my prediction. Look at the sand.
She's smart, man.
people, reincarnation
That's
is a
funny.
central belief. The Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism, is said to be the reincarnation of Pema Dorji, the first Dalai Lama who died in 1474. The current Dalai Lama, who was born in 1935, is the 14th incarnation of Pema Dorji. When the Dalai Lama dies, senior Tibetan monks conduct an elaborate search to find his next incarnation. This search involves consulting oracles, interpreting visions, and reading spiritual signs. The senior monks may find clues from the deceased body of the Dalai Lama, such as the direction it faces. If the body is cremated, the direction of the smoke is monitored as a potential indicator for the direction of the rebirth. The current Dalai Lama was found at the age of 2 after a senior monk saw his village and house in a vision. The boy, then named Lama Thundup, was able to identify items that belonged to the previous Dalai Lama, including a drum used for rituals and a walking stick. Even though I consider myself an open-minded skeptic of the topics we cover on the channel, reincarnation is a subject I've always been drawn to. There's comfort in the thought that death is not the end, that our physical life is just a temporary experience meant to teach us lessons to prepare
actually
us
something
for
I
our
wanted
next
to bring
life.
up earlier. Is like, I mean, it's just another comfort, right? It's just another one of those things that we use and we believe into, because nobody wants to believe that it's one and done. You know, nobody wants that.
Right.
You want there to be something else, of course, and of course there's religions that means there's an afterlife, and then there's, if you maybe don't subscribe to that, maybe you subscribe to reincarnation, so you actually get to come back here. It's just another one of those things. So, yeah, I don't know. It does seem like that's the crux of it. It's just another one of those comfort thoughts, right?
Yeah.
You lead credence to these things just because it makes it it helps you think about, it helps you.
'Cause you don't want it to end.
Process death.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
it
same
helps
thing
you
with
process
religion.
death.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, really. And I get it, honestly. I do understand.
Oh,
it.
100%.
Because
I think
you
we
want to
all
be able
are
to
the-
cope with it, because it's so easy to, I mean, hell, if you just dwell on impending doom endlessly, that's not good. So you kind of want to be like, well, and whether you're taking a spiritual way, if you want to talk about it spiritually, or if you want to say, a hardcore religious aspect, and there's pitfalls to all that shit, but I also get it.
There's actually a super deep psychological thing about that too. Like you literally cannot conceive nothingness. Right? Our brains, it's impossible for our brains to conceive nothing. Right? So if you tried to think about what your brain was doing before you were born, it's not possible.
Right. That really fucks with you.
So you can't conceive what your brain would be doing after you die. So we
Right.
come up with these answers for that.
Because you don't want to believe it's nothingness.
You can't even
Can't fathom it's nothingness.
conceptualize it.
Right.
Like you can't think about it.
Right.
We literally can't think about it. So we have to come up with something, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. And it's crazy.
It's the same thing as like thinking about infinity. You can't conceptualize it. You can't think about infinity. It's greater than any, like you can't quantify it. There is no number you can put on it. There is no like boundary you can put on it. It's infinite. It goes forever.
Yeah, that's like when
so you can't. Sorry,
but when I really think about the universe and like planet Earth, even, and just dude, you can't truly wrap your head around. And that's short amount of time if you want to go with even like dinosaurs compared to like the universe. Like it and just I'm just comparing, you know, to that as in not being able to wrap my brain around it. Like it trips me the fuck out.
Yeah.
And it's like that meme. Do you remember that one meme? And you actually commented on it. And this was like a Facebook thing. But it was basically starting with somebody laying on a lawn, and it started zooming out all the way from planet Earth into space, on and on and on. And it kind of got, and your post was it took some liberties there because it's impossible to know past a certain point, right?
Yeah.
That is so trippy to me though. Like, because that is what it's like. Even though at a certain point you are we're literally using our imaginations to think of what the possible, it turns into a hive mind almost, right?
Yeah.
There's possible universes exponentially, endlessly everywheres throughout the universe. Possibly. Like,
that's another thing
that's
that
where
we
you
can't conceptualize. Yeah. Like there could be like anything you can think of. If like imagine the multiverse theory is true and there's infinite universes out there, versions of yourself, versions of scenarios that you've tried to do or decisions you've made. There's an infinite number of decisions you could have made. That's impossible to conceptualize. So everything you can think of has happened in another universe, right? Literally everything. You could sit here and that's the only thing you do all day for the entire 75, 80 years of your life, and there would still be more of that, right? It's insane. But yeah, people make those graphics where they show like the Earth and then they zoom out and then they zoom out further, they zoom out, they keep going, they keep going, they keep going. That helps visualize it and conceptualize it, but it goes further than that.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
It doesn't stop because that meme stops eventually, right?
Exactly. Eventually.
Holly Berry going to come through, and I don't know if this is possible. I could literally go do it, but she's paying $5 for shots.
Hell yeah.
I have some peach crown.
I have vodka in the fridge. I have vodka in the fridge. I could do a shot.
Yeah, let me go get. We'll do a shot here.
Fuck. We're doing a shot.
Shots.
First time. That's a first.
That is a first
on the stream.
No one's ever called for it. I'll be right back first.
Yeah, you go get yours and then I'll get mine. Fuck though. Shit. Thinking about that shit, like infinity, and thinking about like, nothingness. I mean, it literally it's impossible. It kills your brain because it's not possible. Just trying to think of something that you literally can't think of is absolutely insane. It feels like our brains are so powerful we could do anything, but there are limitations, which is fucking crazy. To me, anyway. I think it's insane. Blows my mind. All right. It looks like at this point it's just me and you, chat. I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, that's me and Stevie when we were kids. It's hard to see because it's just a little emoji, but I'm sure Stevie has the actual image. somewhere if you wanted to show it. We were cute as the Dickens, I'll tell you that. We were fucking adorable back then. I'll brag about it. JD, the 10% of your brain thing, that's a myth. That's not true at all. Yes, when Stevie gets back and I go get my shot, I'll tell him to pull it up. Stevie Irwin gifting a membership. He's always doing work out here. Not only is he making content, he's also in here gifting memberships. What a fucking badass. Guidance. Congratulations and welcome to the Publicly Buzzed memberships. And Jay's telling me to get the elephant picture. That is in the attic somewhere in a fucking photo album, and it would not be easy to find. So that'll be another time. No, the third brother actually isn't Ginger. He's actually just a half brother too. He's not full blooded like me and Stevie. He's we share the same dad, but we have different moms. Casey, I'm very shy when I'm sober. That is no bullshit. I am like, if I was here not drinking, I would be so quiet. Unless I had something like really dug into research-wise, and like I had something prepared. I could do it if I had something prepared, but I can't just come in here and wing it.
Then he comes through and he says, "Hey, Drip Drop, fuck you! I'm gonna come through and debunk every fucking thing you've ever done in your fucking life, you son of a bitch, crime circus bastard."
Yeah, don't say that. He's actually
he's cool. He came through and was awesome as fuck. Boom.
All right, I'll go get mine. Jay wants to see a full.
Now he knows it.
Jay wants to see a full-size image of that picture where we're kids.
Oh shit! I'll have to get that for him.
I mean, put it on stream. They want to see it.
I don't know where it's at. Oh shit! I'm an idiot. I can get it. No, I'm an idiot. No, it's in my Canva. I'm an idiot.
I was gonna say you made an emoji out of it.
Dan's the brains, guys.
I was telling him how fucking adorable we are in it. So you gotta show him.
Hold on, my bad.
Let me go get my shot. I don't have a shot glass. I'll have to put it in like a red cup.
I got a shot glass. I got a bunch of them. I had to choose. Let me find it. It may take a second though, because it's been a minute since I've made that. But no, maybe not. Hold on. I'm looking through my Canva. Looking through my Canva. Looking through my Canva, baby. Looking through my Canva. All right, hold on. Oh shit! I got a badass coffin dapper thing to show. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but hold on. It's easy to get distracted in here. As I'm scrolling downward, please like this stream if you haven't. If you're looking in the background, we really appreciate you hanging out and partaking in this deep, weird conversation on a Feral Friday night. It's 12:14 a.m. It is now the next day, Saturday a.m. Hasn't been that long since I ate this. Come on. Here we go. Get into some emojis. I should have put it in a folder, though. Here we go. Boom. Boom. It has been located. It has been located. You guys ready? Boom.
I got room for all these fucking cups. God damn, look how fucking cute we were. Jesus.
Boom.
Adorable little babies.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Adores. All right, I'm doing this shot.
B, what's up? Oh yeah, we're about to do some shots. Oh yeah, hold on. Real quick, I wanted to show this.
This isn't gonna be good.
I wanted to show off. Hold on. I'm actually gonna put us on stream so I can make it pull it over. Make sure it's looking good first. All right, I had made this, and I posted it, and she liked it even. So I said, "This should be your picture."
She never left a comment on it though. She just liked it.
Yeah, she just liked it. She didn't say shit.
Damn.
How badass. Sitting out here. I was like,
that is insane.
Like, why is this not your Twitter pic?
That is so good.
All right, yeah, let's do a shot for Holly.
She paid $5 for shots. We gotta do
Paying
it.
$5 for the shots. Paying $5 for the shots. Our cute baby sons. Yep. I bet Mom remembers that day. Well.
Yeah. Early 90s.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't show that off enough. Hold on.
Them early 90s outfits.
The people need to see.
We were so happy. God, we were so happy.
Baby Buzz boys. Baby Buzz boys.
Pretty hair. Look at how pretty her hair and shiny. Damn.
Baby Buzz
I wish it was still that good looking, I gotta say.
Put us up here.
Here we go.
Did you find a shot glass?
No, I just filled up a little bit of the cup here. It's too bright.
West Virginia.
You can kind of see it in there. That's vodka though.
West
Clear
Virginia shot
ass
glass.
vodka. And then I got Pepsi.
Do it on camera.
I got to do a chaser because this shit's gross.
Oh yeah, this is a peach. This actually
I
won't taste that bad at all.
When I do buy vodka, it's the cheapest shit of all time, and it sits in the fridge for months. So I don't ever drink it.
Dude, vodka's gross. Unless it's mixed. You can mix it with some orange juice. I do that.
I do mix it sometimes, but I just don't drink it that often.
All right, let me get in position.
I prefer a beer.
I think I'm in front here. Yeah, I don't do a lot of shots, but make sure Holly Berry's here.
Yeah. It's always the only time I do shots is if I'm like hanging out with like a couple of dudes, and they want to do shots, and we do fucking shots. Like it's peer pressure situation,
Yeah,
which is
it's
exactly
like this
what
right here.
this is.
This is literally it. Holly Berry. Shot! She even said it in all caps.
I wish you had a shot.
Oh, dude, that would have been a good one. I need that from Jay. All right, ready?
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. It actually tastes really good. Yeah, Coco. I'm not a vodka guy at all. Usually, literally, all I ever drink is not peach. I usually just drink regular, but I got some peach crown because it's the summertime.
Oh, mine was awful.
Oh, shit. I've even got a nice little... Dan is dying. Look at him. Oh, man.
That was the worst, dude.
Oh, man.
That tasted so bad.
I've even got a nice little Crown Royal. This came with like a nice little set on a Christmas package deal.
Oh, it's still hanging out in my mouth, too.
I don't fuck around with some Crown. That's gross. Yeah, dude. I would not actually have done that.
Cheap garbage vodka. The only time it's good is if it's mixed.
Shots.
Ooh.
Whoa. Will be. I had an aunt who worked for FBI her entire career, lab and bank robbery files division. She had some great stories. That's fucking cool. Wow, that's real cool.
Will B's had some wild stuff.
Will B's cool.
Some stuff. Yeah, he's posted some stuff in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we chatted with him one time in Discord.
Yeah, he's active. He was in the voice.
Why doesn't that happen more often? We never do that.
I know. I got to schedule it, man. I really just got to kind of... I think that'd be the best way. So, you know what I mean? Like, literally, hey, we're doing it this night. Or we're doing it like a Saturday night or something.
Like nights like tonight, like after stream is the only time that we really have time to do it. Because every other day we're fucking doing so much other shit.
Yeah.
But
Jay's really good about doing the movies on Sundays, man. I want to get a time period for movies. I think that'd be dope.
I mean, you even had like you created a show for Sunday, so I mean, like it's like
I know I put another show in there, yeah. And then after I stream for about 4 hours on Sunday, you know, I spend time with my fiance. We go shopping. I mean, it is a lot. But yeah, I do also want to add another Discord hangout movie deal because I like that, man. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. I just need to schedule it. That's the bottom line because once it's scheduled, it's happening.
Like Friday, Saturdays are kind of my already booked days to where I can like do what the fuck I can come drink, hang out with you guys and stuff.
Holly's
Like
apologizing.
even Saturdays or like Fridays is you guys. Saturdays I usually have like a friend over. We watch the fights or something. Which I haven't even done that in the last few weeks.
Really?
But yeah.
I haven't done that in a while.
The old lady needs attention too. You know, I gotta hang out with her on nights, and we have full-time jobs, and dude, it's rough.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in the old in the junk room. I'm about to start putting my studio back together. Actually, from Jay's brother, I ordered a dank neon Publicly Buzzed live sign, so I have a reason to put my shit back together. I'm gonna make a cool. I'm putting my studio back together. So,
are you serious?
Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
You tell me these things. You don't even.
I know. I just did it. It just happened. It just happened.
Out of the loop over here.
I just do it.
That's fucking dope. I want one.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'll send you. I'll CC on the email.
I mean, if he's would it be easier for him to just make two, or?
I don't know about easier, but he could definitely make you one.
Right. But if he's already like got the.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's already got the print or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just sent him the literally this logo right here above us here.
Does he actually have to bend the glass?
It's going to look like that. I'm imagining. And all the stuff on the site looks dope. So I'm thinking it's going to look cool.
Well, how much? You can text me if you don't want to say it on here.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll get you on the email. That way you're in the loop.
That would be sick.
I'm super freaking excited.
I could throw it like right. God damn, it's reverse. I could put it like right back here.
Yeah, and literally, I just have to reset up my studio. I put a rug down. We're ready to rock and roll. I just gotta make it happen. I know Missy Mayhem was actually tweeting and saying she wanted to help out there, and I need to show her maybe some pics of my space because she showed a picture of her husband's man cave, and dude, it looked dope. So I want to get some cool lighting. I was talking to Jay about some, all kinds of this stuff, man. I'm gonna make this thing pop. Is what I'm trying to do.
Actually, truthfully, me and Stevie talk constantly all day long, but he didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I forget little things like that. Usually find out on the stream when it pops up.
Yeah, that does happen often as well.
You never talk to me anymore.
No, we share ideas all the time, but
hey, it's going to be an extreme makeover for the studio. It's going to be completely new because what it used to look like doesn't exist anymore. Like I had to take everything out of my basement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start fresh and try to make it look as cool as possible. But that'll, hopefully, I think, buying the Publicly Buzzed neon sign though has got me excited because that gives me a reason to do it. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm just lazy. I'm like, I can just go in this room. Why not? But I want to have the studio. I want the lighting. I want it to look dank, man.
Is he using the logo? Like, is he trying to make it, or is he just doing his own kind of font?
No, it's going to be this logo, the Publicly Buzzed live one on screen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this one that's on your face.
I really want one of those.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I'll get you. And then I thought about doing the other logo, the one I use randomly, but I think this one will be cool for the back, for the live streams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I really use the other logo for the videos, and I use it as our, you know what I mean? But.
Oh, that's sick.
This is kind of our live logo right here. We have multiple logos, baby. Really, it's just because I can't decide. I like them both.
I like this one the best.
This one fits because it is literally. This is live. This is our live. Yeah. I don't use this for the videos. You know what I mean? Like this is our live. Like.
I like the other one for YouTube and Twitter because it's in like a little circle anyway. It's perfect for that.
Yeah, I like that logo actually.
Yeah.
Actually, when I got the shirt with that logo on it, I for some reason fell in love with it. I just kind of liked it. Well, I liked it. Like I was okay. I mean, more than okay, clearly because it's our literal logo on YouTube. But when I actually got the shirt, for whatever reason, I was like, you know what? That actually pops. I really fucking like that. Like, and this one,
I like the pink. I like pink colors,
dude.
Pink and purple,
man. Pink pops, dude. Freaking pops. All right, here, dude. You can program the neon to have the lights change with the music.
Dope.
Dude, shit's gonna be popping, bro. We'll be out here. Yeah, I was talking to Jay about dude, I'm planning on getting a dank camera, like a really good camera, and good lighting, dude. I mean, again,
lights are so important.
Dude, like
you can have a good camera.
It's time to go the fuck all in right now on Publicly Buzzed, baby.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Like right now, my camera is not amazing, but this fucking light makes it so much better.
Oh, you look
like
good
if I
too. Yeah.
if I didn't have this light on, it would look like complete trash.
My problem is right now it's not terrible, but if I do anything that's like when we were watching that video, I was dark.
Yep.
And I've still got my Ring camera, like
If
it's
I
or
had
my
the
Ring
actual-
light.
If I had the actual like big not studio lights, but almost studio lights, like the big square ones that are bright as shit, and you can actually tune them to like certain like Kelvin levels, like which is like the warm cold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the brightness as well, dude. You can fine tune it, and you can make yourself look exactly how you want it to look,
dude. Yeah, and
And,
Jay sent me some links, man. Like, yeah, I'm, and I have another buddy too. I mean, you know, another buddy that does YouTube, takes it very seriously, and yeah, I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna compare, and then I'm gonna talk to Dan. I'm gonna compare a lot of different things and make a decision on a camera and lighting, and yeah, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I think it's time to make it pop.
I mean, you're making money out here.
Make it pop, baby. The producers of the show
all
are
these
paying
members.
for this, right? These people are literally paying for this to be badass. Let's fucking go.
Put it back into the channel.
That's what I've always said.
That's the only way to do it.
Yep. Yeah, dude, Jay. Thank you, brother. And dude,
oh god, yeah,
dude,
Stevie just put the edited video out. It said 11K. It may even be more.
Oh,
now.
dude, I did have one
It
blow.
actually kind of blow.
I had
It
one
blew
go,
up.
man. That new Rex Heuermann fucking went today, man. I woke up this morning with 750 views, and it's like at 11K right now. Like YouTube, the algorithm gods found that one for whatever reason. But Jay, dude, and thank you, Jay, because he was saying, he was giving me props for the editing. Like, I'm trying to always expand and do my and you know, level it up, baby. And dude, I told Dan this Wednesday night. I almost said, "Fuck it, I'm just going to put it out," and I didn't. I stopped. The next day, I went and I added, because I was fresh, and I just added. Dude, I added that background music, added more B-roll, and I thought it was a fucking. I mean, YouTube, I guess, did too, man. Like, I was like proud of that one, bro. Like, I really fucking was.
I'll tell you right now what sucks about putting out videos.
Yeah, I'll show
when
y'all.
When you put out a video, you put a lot of time into the editing, because editing.
That video took 4 hours, maybe 5,
and it may get 100 views. Like, you just never.
Jay
know.
knows that struggle too, brother.
And it's
like,
fucking. That's the annoying part. We can do a live, and we'll get 1,000 views on a regular live, or we'll at least get 600, 700, 800 views on a live. It doesn't matter what we do. We'll get 600 views on it, right? You edit a video for 4 hours and you get 100 views on it. It's fucking it's depressing.
And
like
dude, and this is the shout out to the Publicly Buzzed J Buzz Nation right now. When you guys come through, I'm trying to show it off here. Yeah, 11K one day. When you guys come through and you like these videos, Jay says it every time. You like these videos, you watch these videos for the retention rate. And it's, you guys are literally in, so you probably are watching it, but you guys are so important because you are like the base to getting this out to more people, to getting more people involved in the channels. Jay, us, Bob, the Fence Diaries, all really. I mean, it's fucking amazing. You guys blew me away with this one too. Like,
and you
fucking
sound like
awesome.
a broken record when we do it, but every time we say it, like, subscribe, you know, check out this channel, check out that channel, check out this podcast, whatever. It actually, there may be 1 or 2 or 3 people that haven't heard of it, and they actually go, hang on, well, I like these guys. Let's go see what these guys are doing. And then they go subscribe, and it just keeps, it snowballs. It really does from there.
Absolutely.
I
dude.
mean, we literally see it happen every, these channels are growing because of the word of mouth and how we promote each other.
100%.
Like,
and dude,
amazing.
and that's going back, you know, we're doing a little bit of a love fest right now, but you know, dude, fucking like the community that we've grown like with Jay through Twitter, through YouTube, it all comes together here, man, bro. There ain't a lot of people that are connecting those dots. I'm going to tell you right now. And it's showing and it's awesome. And these people that come through here every fucking stream are amazing. They're hilarious. They're real. They're not, I mean, the trolls are like, are almost unable to even get anything in. When the community's funnier than fuckface trolls, you know you're doing good. Like,
absolutely, yeah.
Like,
so I think we may have a live example here. Coco said Defense Diary. What did I miss? So she may not know about Defense Diaries.
Holy shit, right now.
Right? And she may fall in love with that podcast.
Boom. Coco. I'm just going to pop the link right now for you. So this is our buddy Bob Mata.
You've seen if you've watched,
and
he's been on live with us a couple times. Bob Mata, the defense lawyer.
I'm hoping.
So if you've seen that, this is his podcast.
I'm hoping literally next week. I haven't talked to literally anybody, but I'm hoping to get Jay and Bob on together for a Feral Friday. So that's going to be hopefully in the works here soon. But yeah, please check out Coco. Boom.
So Coco,
hit that link.
I'm about to give you some info, Coco. Bob Mata is the son of the defense lawyer for John Wayne Gacy, and he was given the John Wayne Gacy tapes, which he took and created a podcast around.
Dude,
now he does other things. His podcast reports on other cases.
Yeah, he has a regular.
That one is a huge draw.
The Idaho 4 stuff.
He does Idaho 4.
Yep.
He does a case that he actually worked on, which is the Garcia case. Yeah, go check it out. It's an insanely good podcast.
Yeah,
and
he's
you're
part of this.
Gonna love it.
He's part of this community. He's part of J Buzz Nation. Like, again,
he's been on this show. He's on Jay's show a lot. He appears on News Nation, Court TV.
Check out his podcast. He's fucking legit. Yeah, right here. Yeah, Jay.
Follow him on Twitter at Defense Diaries as well.
Jay's down, baby. I think that'd be fun, man. That's the one I want. That's my next get. All 4 of us together. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, we have. How have we not done that? Actually?
I know. That's my next one, man. I think
it's actually fucking weird that we haven't done that.
Absolutely, Jay. Bob is smart and keeps it real and explains so we can understand. That's true. Yeah. So he's an actual defense attorney. And honestly, he's gracious enough to, and that's when he first started coming on. I was, now we communicate through the chat with him, through Twitter. So it's not as weird. But when he first, which it was through Jay, but the first time I had him on, I was really fucking nervous because I was like, man, this guy's legit. Like I'm just a guy on the internet that drinks and chills and you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but dude, he's so down to earth. Like he actually communicates. And then if you have legal questions, nobody better to break it the fuck down for you, quite frankly.
No, Bob Mata is probably the biggest get we've ever gotten on this show, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
To have an
100%.
actual true defense lawyer, only just a defense lawyer, but a fairly popular, like one that's got a popular podcast. His father was defense lawyer for John Wayne Gacy. I mean, it's
the story.
He's got notoriety, right?
The story's insane.
He has actually defended murder cases, like what the kind of things we cover. So,
and his podcast is actually good. Like you can blow all this smoke up people's asses. No,
true.
He's actually fucking legit, dude. His voice fucking pops on this podcast. The background music is dope. And the stories, again, it's the Gacy stuff is going to suck you in, like 100%, especially if you're in the true crime community and you know about serial killers, which I'm sure you do. But then if you dive a little bit deeper, and again, he's going to be doing Rex Heuermann stuff, literally the stuff popping right now. He does the Idaho 4 stuff. So and I know that's really familiar with people on this channel. So
he's going to go stay with Jay, and they're going to go to trial together.
Yeah,
if it goes to trial.
Yeah, I mean, it's dude, this community's fucking crazy right now. Yeah, he's defending death penalty cases. Like he's
legit. He's legit.
It's crazy. Honestly, when I kind of think about that, sometimes I'm like, wow, like what's even happening?
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, we're at the point where we're kind of rambling. That shot took us to the moon. Holly,
that was good.
Shit.
That was a good one. Where the fuck has she even been? Oh, she's still here. She's still here. I've just been missing her text.
That song makes me do this dance. I don't know why, but it does.
She's making fun of Jay for speaking in all caps.
Hey, Jay on Feral Fridays, wilder than hell.
It's always all caps. It's always all caps.
Hey, you got to do some live streaming.
When Jay joins this stream on Friday, he hits his caps lock button, and that's it. He doesn't hit it again.
Boom, caps lock all night. All night, baby. And absolutely, yeah, don't forget about Allie. When they do the double date episodes on Jay's channel, dude, she's awesome as fuck too. And if you Google these folks, you're gonna find out who they are pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're both defense lawyers.
Yeah,
and
they're a married defense juggernaut tag team badass, married couple.
Is the firm Mata and Mata? It's the dad, it's Bob, and Bob's wife.
Craziness, absolute craziness. Yeah, it's caps locks. it's all. I mean, it's we know Jay comes through and he brings the heat on Feral Friday. Is what he does.
Actually, Jay, seriously, that's a serious question to you if you know. Is it Mata, and Mata? Like, what is their firm called? Actually, can we just look it up? We could probably Google it, right?
Yeah, probably can.
Oh, it's just Mata and Mata.
Okay.
His dad's probably retired, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, you can look them up right here, though. Yeah, they have a nice website.
Oh yeah, they are. Okay. His dad's still pictured there as well. So it is Mata and Mata technically. Yeah, Robert M. Mata. So is he still? Wow. So it's yeah. It's 3 Matas.
3 Matas. And yeah, Stevie Irwin already on top of it as a mod. He was knighted tonight. Murder Church, 9 p.m.
Nice.
No, 9 a.m. Excuse me. Jeez, whoa, 9 a.m. Yes. 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Sunday morning. The Jeffrey Dahmer insanity trial rolls on until week 9. I think I've lost count. I'll have to look. I think it's 9. We're getting deep. It's crazy. It's interesting.
A lot of Mata. I'm sorry.
A lot of Mata.
Dude, I saw that. That's the best.
Who said that?
Ellie.
Oh my God, Alan.
A lot of Mata.
That's the best. I told
a lot of Mata Law Firm LLC.
Wow. Why aren't they using that, Bob? We're out here, bro.
Dude.
We're giving you the best.
Marketing, baby.
So keep your eye next week. Hopefully, man, if I can work it out, at least soon. See, the thing is with Bob, I have to nail it down because he's literally super insanely busy. So hopefully we can get Jay and Bob on for a Feral Friday next week. That'd be dope. You don't know. We'll keep an eye out. But this Sunday for sure, Murder Church, 9 a.m. I think it's week 9. Dan will never, ever show up for Murder Church.
Never.
I send him the link every single Sunday, and he just ignores it. He wakes up, he looks at it. I see that he sees it, and then he says, "Fuck you." He doesn't even answer.
No, I don't say fuck you.
He doesn't say anything, which is in turn saying "fuck you."
I go back to sleep. I can't I can't go fucking be on camera at that. Dude, there's no way. There's literally no way.
Hey,
on a
Viv,
Sunday.
good night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you Sunday morning. Unlike some people. And I'm not apologizing for cutting you off.
Okay.
But one Sunday morning, we're going to get Dan on Murder Church.
Fucking only Dan's just a tips trying to help Jay earlier, and he ignored me.
That's, dude,
he completely
live.
ignored me.
I was like, I messaged Dan. I was like, Dan, you need to come and help Jay. But Holly Berry actually saved him.
Did she though?
She did.
He didn't even fucking.
No, he did. Well, he
he
was trying to figure out the copy and paste.
But I mean, the wheel was fucked up.
That ain't what I was. He was trying to figure out the copy and paste.
Oh, you weren't when you messaged me. It wasn't about the wheel.
No,
being
it was
fucked up?
about the copy and paste.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How was it not about the wheel? That was the crazy thing.
Yeah, the wheel I think was a glitch.
Oh.
We love you too, Shannon. We love you, Bob.
Jay couldn't figure out how to.
You got a spirit bow out here.
Control C, control. Wait, Jay's on a Mac though, isn't he?
See, Jay's like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Jay and Bob both use Macs. I think I understand why they're so close. They're both Mac guys. Which is weird to me.
Macking it up. The Mac attack. Yeah, I've never ever been able to use a Mac, dude. When I was in college. In the computer room, all they had was fucking Macs, and it was miserable.
Your wheel was fucked up. I was trying to help, and my messages just went by, and you were just. When I entered the chat, I was like, "Only Dan's is here, comma just the tips." Like I announced myself perfectly and everything, and just ignored.
Holly Berry was saving the day.
I was trying to help. Didn't
she
work.
was saving the day. Yeah, I can't do a Mac now. I literally never could ever get used to it. Like
even copy paste isn't the fucking is it Control C Control V. It's what is it? Command C Command V. Apple button C. I don't even know what it is. It's It's weird shit.
It's getting
weird
real.
shit.
It's getting super real right now, folks.
No, it's not. We're good. Don't full screen me.
It's like, you want to talk your shit, we'll talk your shit,
No,
baby.
we're good.
We love you, Viv. Good night. Have a good weekend. I'll see you Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Ember Burns, good night. Have a good weekend. Thank you for coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We really appreciate it. As you head out the door tonight, please hit the like. Please share this out to your communities. Let people know what you're watching. And, yeah, if you're not subbed up and you're lurking in the background, I'll say it one more time. Hit the three little dots. Make sure all notifications are turned on. And, yeah, you never know when a video may pop out. And, yeah, you may want to see that video because, yeah, right now a lot of shit's popping off. The Rex Heuermann stuff, Idaho stuff. Literally every single day something new is coming off, and I'm trying to stay on top of it. So please come and hang out not only on Twitter, on YouTube, all the socials. Bam. Knocking it out. Follow Dan on Twitter as well.
Please. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Right, the Rex Heuermann stuff is hopefully that stuff starts ramping up a little bit and we start getting some more information. I want to know what they found in the house and stuff. Like that's
exactly. Yeah. Hopefully
that one's actually going to be huge, I think.
I think so too.
Right? Like that one's going to be like people are going to be watching that maybe not as close as Idaho 4, but it's going to be up there. It's going to be pretty close.
It's been interesting so far. And again, I want to know the actual details of what they're finding right now, which it may be a minute, but hopefully it'll start coming out though.
Is Jay punishing me?
Coco will never.
I'm grounded?
Whoa! No electronics for 24 hours. That's Sunday. You have a Saturday with no electronics? That's going to be a lame-ass Saturday. That's going to be the worst Saturday ever.
What?
That's a terrible Saturday. I'm going to, like, actually hang out in my room by myself and not even probably talk to you.
I agree, Jay. I think he's going to have a shit ton. He's going to have so many. What'd you say?
I'm not going to talk to you tomorrow because I'm going to be hanging out on my electronics and you're not going to be able to.
I'm going to be trying to burst in your room and take your. We don't even fuck. I don't know.
We have our own house.
Say like take your iPad or something, but like that doesn't even work.
I'm coming to your house and I'm going to make sure your wife knows what's going on and she's going to keep you locked in your room.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
I'm going to be like, listen. We need to keep him locked up. He really fucked up last night. Dad's not happy.
We're grown men, Jay. You can't ground me. I'm a grown man, Jay.
He can't ground
me
you
anymore.
You're always his baby boy. You're always his baby boy.
This is getting out of control. What a wild. This meme is never. This meme's gonna go on forever. Fucking Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is my beautiful wife, and these are my boys.
What you're about to see is the end of the show. Feral Friday in the books. Thank you so much.
I thought you were releasing something.
I ain't got shit to release here.
I thought you were releasing something you didn't tell me about.
It was going to be epic, wasn't it? That epic music gets me excited.
This is gun country.
This is gun country out here in West Virginia. Don't forget that. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, we have a good time out here.
We try to have a good time. Hit the like as you head out the door. Thank you so much for hanging out on Feral Friday. Again, I suck at ending the shows. Austin popped in right at the end. And she's screaming, Jay, what's wrong with your shirt?
I know, why aren't you wearing your shirt? You know what? It wasn't washed. It just didn't get washed from last Friday because it just didn't. And I'm sorry.
That seems like a bad excuse.
It's a terrible excuse. And I was trying to think of a better one and it didn't work. So I'm telling you the truth. It just didn't get washed and I'm sorry. I will have it next weekend. 100%. I will.
Okay.
Also, fuck, I was about to say something before
I'm sorry,
what
man.
The fuck was
That's
it?
my bad.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, so I guess it doesn't matter.
You'll remember it as soon as we probably go off.
Probably, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, awesome ass show. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Murder Church, 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Dan, yeah, anything right before I drop it? I'm going to do it for real this time.
I don't think I have anything. Follow me on Twitter. And
Classic Hat's back. Classic Hat has made a return. It's been a while.
Oh shit! Seriously though, if you are if you really become a member and watch last night's stream, you get to hear some accents. Some pretty good New York accents.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm actually going to let new members have another day, have another crack at that episode before I start clipping it, because there's some hilarious shit on that episode.
Oh, clip.
Go check out the members only from last night.
It was pretty good.
It was actually really fucking good. Seriously, it was primo quality content, literally strictly for members only. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We will see you. I will see you Sunday morning. Dan will see you in a whole fucking week from now. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you.
Good night.
See, we shoot them up bang bang over here. We not scared of their motherfucking ass.
Oh shit! You brought us back. Seriously, what I was gonna say is Jay is still up. He didn't sleep all day, dude. He didn't sleep all day. Dude, he didn't take a nap after the fucking Melly shit, right? Went and did their show at 8 and stayed up through our entire Feral Friday. Like, he usually dips out at some point. Not tonight. What a fucking warrior. What a champion.
Welcome to the party,
What a soldier. He probably did.
See, we shoot them up bang bang over here. We not scared of their motherfucking ass.
Oh.
I was muted. I was muted during that whole thing.
Oh,
you
seriously?
were able to be heard. I was muted.
Oh, I was heard though.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, what I said was actually important.
Yeah, what I said wasn't. I was coming back just to say I was muted. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen!
We shoot them up bang bang over here. We not scared of their motherfucking ass.